Hey, good evening, and welcome to this freshman and new student orientation parent meeting as we get ready to reopen the 2020-21 school year this fall. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jason Dandran, and I am the proud principal of Roxana Senior High School. As we go through this presentation, if you have questions or concerns as we reopen the year, feel free to give me a call at my direct number. You can also reach me by email. This presentation and other communications are also located on my principal's page, so you can access that information as we go through the year. The agenda for this is divided into three parts. First and foremost, we want to welcome and introduce parents of incoming freshmen and new students to Roxana High School. In part one, we're going to talk about the first days of school under Phase 4 Illinois and some of the COVID guidelines that will be in place for those students who are in person and remote. And then part two, we'll talk about our academic supports in regards to our guidance counselors and their role at Roxana High School. And then in part three, the third video that you can access, we'll talk about social supports and some of the things that our kids can participate in as students at Roxana High School. As we start the new year under these different times, our school day will start at 7:50. We will dismiss daily at 1 o'clock, and each class period will be 40 minutes in duration. Every student will have the opportunity to grab lunch when they leave at 1 o'clock. We'll have grab and go options for all students. We understand that's kind of a longer day, so if students need to bring a snack in the morning after breakfast, they're free to do so. Faculty will have a duty-free lunch from 1 o'clock to 1:30 daily, and then we will resume with supports for students from 1:30 to 3:20. So those will be remote office hours for all of our teachers. Those students who need to stick around can get some tutoring help or do a redo or retake on a test or quiz or assignment. From time to time, we may be meeting with our faculty from 2:40 to 3:20 to have meetings and provide some professional development during these times. Students who do stick around on campus from that 1 o'clock to 3:20 or 2:40, they will get to have a lunch from 1 to 1:30 in our commons. We have them socially distanced, so they'll be able to stay on campus and eat for those who need to do so. We also have a revised remote learning plan that you can access on our high school webpage that talks more about the remote learning. So the hybrid schedule that our students will be engaged with, as you can see here, all students with last names A through L, they're going to be in person on Monday and Thursday, and then they will be remote from home on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Students' last names M through Z will be in person on Tuesday and Friday, and they will be remote from home on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can see all students are remote from home on Wednesday, and we'll talk about the logging in and bell schedule for that day in just a moment. And then again, our remote learners only, again, they're going to be remote from home Monday through Friday. We do believe that there's a lot of benefits as we open up the new year with this sort of schedule. This is going to greatly reduce our group size on campus. It's going to reduce the number of kids in each class, so our class sizes are lowered, which will improve our ability to social distance, and it's going to improve congestion and movement on our campus. It's also going to allow us to expedite our ability to take temperatures and do system checks each morning when kids arrive. So the bell schedule, as you can see, 40-minute class periods. Students who are in person and students who are home learning remotely will learn at the same time, so we call that synchronous instruction. Those who are remote from home, they have to log in at the start of each class. So at 7:50, they need to log in for first hour, 8:35 for second period, and so on and so forth. So you see the login times there for each class. And then you have the 1 o'clock dismissal with support opportunities in the afternoon. When students arrive to campus in the morning, again, bus riders are going to need to have self-certified before they board the bus. That means that they're going to have their temperature taken and symptom checks at home prior to getting on the bus. Students arriving on campus will have temperatures and system checks at the entrances as they enter. So grade levels 9 and 10, you will enter the district entrance, and grade levels 11 and 12, our upperclassmen will enter at the high school entrance. Students will be allowed to grab breakfast in the commons and then head on to their first hour class. Drop off in the morning for drivers or parents. If you're dropping your kid off, we ask that you turn left on Schaefer from Thomas and then drop students off along the district office entrance and the high school office entrance along Schaefer. So we ask that you don't park in the parking spots, but just that you park parallel, stop your vehicle, your children can get out, and then head into one of those two entrances for drop off in the morning. Drop off for buses is again back in the commons. So we ask that parents don't pull around back to drop their kids off, because that's where the buses will be dropping off each morning. And then kids can enter the commons entrance. First days of school, again, Friday, August 21st. Students' last names M through Z, you'll be in person. And then Monday, August 24th, students' last names A through L, you will be in person. Again, 7:50 to 1 o'clock p.m. will be our daily schedule. As students arrive on their designated day, they can report to the small gym to pick up their current schedule. All schedules were mailed out on July 30th, so you should have those in the mail, but we understand that's quite a long time from July 30th to their first day. So if kids do need a new schedule, they can report to the small gym on their designated day. The first 2 days are going to be just about expectations. What does it look like to navigate our campus under COVID-19 and this return to learn? So we're going to review our course syllabus, we're going to talk expectations and go over any supplies that may be needed as kids return. And then we'll have a countdown to tardy, so kids don't have to worry about being late the first 3 days of school. We're going to work with them as we navigate this new schedule. Navigating on our campus is going to look a little bit different this year. So students may begin reporting to their first period when they arrive to campus. They do have to avoid congregating in large groups. So you guys know my motto. I say it often. You can keep talking, but you have to keep walking. And we need to make sure that they're adhering to those social distance guidelines throughout the campus. But congregating large groups, not prohibited. So we're going to allow kids when they arrive to start moving to their first hour after they grab breakfast if they need to do so. Students are allowed to carry their backpacks again to each class. This was something that was different last year, where we had assigned lockers and encouraged their use. However, during this new time, lockers are not going to be allowed, so kids are going to be allowed to carry their backpacks to and from each of their classes. Students must adhere to signage posted in the hallways and in designated areas. So they're going to see something new this year on our campus, that we have designated specific stairwells for up and down pathways. In order to help alleviate the traffic flow, we're going to ask that students remain to their right when navigating through the hallways and stairwells. And again, masks, face coverings, those are required this year. They must be worn at all times while on the Roxana High School campus. Students will be allowed to take them off outside during the passing periods, or if they're on the mass break as assigned by their teacher, but that's only provided that social distancing guidelines are being followed. Then as we close out part one, just want to give you a couple important reminders. Our remote learning only distribution day will be on Wednesday, August 12th. You must call to schedule an appointment. On this day, you're going to get your Chromebook. We'll distribute those. There's a handbook acknowledgement sign off, and then there's going to be a brief orientation about expectations for remote learning. Our freshmen and new students will have an opportunity to tour our campus on Thursday, August 13th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. We do ask that you have masks and that you adhere to the social distance requirements that you'll see throughout our campus. But again, the building will be open, the campus is open. You can come in with your schedule and you'll be able to tour the facilities and find out where your classes are going to be for those of you in person. And then again, our first day of school is just a friendly reminder. Friday, August 21st, students' last names M through Z, you'll be in person. And Monday, August 24th, students' last names A through L, you'll be in person. Hope this answers the logistics and opening days. Stay tuned for part 2 as we talk about guidance services and academic supports. Thank you.